Hello, everyone. Welcome to Space Zambonie. My name is Alex.
Oh, I'm Matt.
And today we have a special guest on the show. We have the Disputes of Hippie Chick and Metalhead. Which one is which?
I'm Hippie Chick.
Oh, God.
I gotta split the screen each side.
Just right there.
And then you guys are gonna go into your Megazord. It'll be great.
Wow.
Yes.
Sometimes when we introduce ourselves on the show, I feel like I'm on Disney Channel going, I'm Hippie Chick, and she's Metalhead, and you're watching the Disputes of Hippie Chick and Metalhead.
I could see that being a Disney show, though.
I feel like it's like iCarly right now.
It sounds like
Oh, yeah. I always kind of pictured us the two characters from Princess Diaries. The shut up and listen.
Yeah.
So I heard you guys don't trust Geminis. Well, you specifically.
I do not at all.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say
Bitch.
my rising, lowering moon sign is a Leo.
Okay.
So I don't.
That's hilarious that you say that because I recently started hating Leos more than Gemini.
Oh my God.
Double whammy.
But I do have to say that I think hating Pisces is the new hating Geminis thing lately, and I'm a Pisces, so.
My favorite thing to say as a Gemini is I'm not like other Gemini because there's a bunch of Geminis that I fucking hate.
Damn.
Like they can be total assholes.
I mean,
like,
what is the first thing that you get when you tell somebody your sign?
really? That's what I get.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
So,
I'm like an airhead and just like, oh, whatever.
I love that. 2 air signs co-hosting 2 water signs.
ooh.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer, so everybody asks
Oh my
me if
God.
I cry and if I'm too sensitive, which is true.
I didn't bring my
But-
lead costume.
Like how serious your face was.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
Also, Bri, you make music.
Yes, I do.
Which is so good.
Your name with music is Cardinal Flux.
That is correct, yeah.
Why Cardinal Flux, by the way? Because I don't think I asked.
I don't know. I decided to come up with a name the first time I visited Virginia, and I don't know, I was seeing cardinals a lot, so I was like, ooh, cardinals, and it was a state bird. And then I was moving around a lot during the time, so that's where the word flux came in, and I was like, Cardinal Flux, that's a little flowy. It's actually a playlist name first, but now it's the artist name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, your music stuff is really good.
Thank you.
You have a very nice voice, so
Thank you so much.
absolutely. If you ever want to do a joke song with us, let us know.
We're almost done. I think we're pretty much done with
I
it
would
now.
love to.
Yeah,
We've got a whole bunch
we
of
have a bunch of weird, funny
I was
songs.
scrolling through it and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even know these. It's like I knew, but then I was like, oh my god, they put them on Spotify and everything. It's great.
It's official.
That's commitment.
Our next song is Bowling Alley. It's like a Blink 182
Yes!
weird mixy song, and it's about our mom being very promiscuous at a bowling alley.
Oh my god, Stacy's mom part 2.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
In terms of Hippie Chick and Metalhead, how did you guys come together? How did you guys meet?
Oh,
We met in middle school.
no, actually elementary school through a mutual friend, but we really didn't meet and start hanging out until middle school when we had the same lunch period together. We were stuck with each other.
Oh,
You're soulmates.
We are soulmates.
And then the name came to be born because I don't know, I was such a tree hugger growing up, and Jenny called me a hippie chick once, and I was like, oh my god, that's such a compliment. And I went, if I'm a hippie chick, then what are you? And she went, I don't know, I guess a metalhead. And that's how it was born.
what do you guys dispute about?
Oh, that looked like kissing.
What do you guys dispute about?
People have mistaken us for a couple, so.
Oh, but that's fine. Me and him
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
But
I get
we
that
are
a
a
lot.
couple.
I mean,
so
that's
it's
the
different.
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
You and your best friend, because you guys are
Yes.
so close.
I would blow him.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that,
Wouldn't be the first
we
time what?
experiments a little bit,
I feel
With
that
each other's
sexual
bodies.
tension right here.
Oh,
just like, should I be sitting there? Should you guys be sitting together?
You have to be the
Yeah,
blockade.
you have to divide us, otherwise
Yeah.
we won't get this podcast finished at all. Our tongues will be in each other's mouths. It'll be
It turns
crazy.
into a porno. Like, it just gets really
Yeah, I'll be like red soup in front of you, and I don't think you want to see that. Oh, no.
That's not why I came here today.
So what do you guys dispute about?
Blue's topic changed.
Everything? I don't know. We agree on a lot of things, but we also... What?
It came to be born because we couldn't decide what to talk about on our podcast, but we knew we wanted to do a podcast. So we were like, what do we talk about? And then we realized that we talk about everything and argue it, so...
Yeah. So I would say that we disagree about conspiracies. We disagree about what time you should show up somewhere.
Whoa, Dan, that was like
Sorry, I was just
that
trying
was
to
a
think of
jab.
I was
She
thinking
used
about
to
our
pick me up from my
personalities.
house, and then she would tell me she would be there 10 minutes earlier than she was, because I'd always come out 10 minutes after she was already sitting in front of my house.
Fair enough.
10 minutes. It's like 20.
Dang.
It's okay.
We
You weren't
can't
finding
all
your
look
short.
this
I saw
perfect
the
all the
other
time.
side of it once, so I can understand. But I think we disagree about like small things. That's it. Because if we disagreed about the big things, I don't think we would be as close as we are.
It's a very good point. Your first season.
And sometimes you point to the screen, and I'm like, oh, me?
Your first season, you guys had discussions on like different characters, even mythology at one point.
Yes.
Where how would they handle different situations, or like would Pennywise be the girl that stays up late at night texting her boyfriend, etc. So.
Sometimes I forget we did that.
Art the Clown all the way, baby.
Yeah. And when you guys are doing that, it's fun because very much so you'd be on similar pages of like, oh yeah, Kelso from that 70s show would be like that, or but with conspiracies, I do like it's like, no, 5 out of 5, this is bullshit. It's like,
I do enjoy every time it gets a little bit crazier and Bri's what the fuck gets so much more sincere. It's like, okay, what?
It's true. Every week it gets weirder and weirder. I don't know how she does it. I thought you could top the Birds Aren't Real episode, and then it just kept getting weirder.
and you guys used to have a radio show.
Yes, we did. That was back in college. We went to the same college for a very short period of time.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. So
To be exact.
thank you. So the radio show was just starting up again at that college, and I went to Bri and I was just like, man, I really want to go and like do a radio show, but I don't know what to do. And then she was like, well, we could do one together.
And that's on codependency.
That's on me being like, I'm too nervous. Help me. So we did it together, and we just had music, but it was a little bit different than a conventional podcast where instead of just having like, oh yeah, we're the rock station, whatever, we did it, each week was a different theme. We
cool.
would pick random music genres and then either just have like a topic that kind of matched it or somebody on the show that liked that stuff. We did Sweater Weather.
That was just a lot of cozy sounding songs.
Yeah, on Friday the 13th. I don't even know what we did. Like, we just did, like, spooky music or names that had, like, spooky themes to it. What else did we do? We did indie. Oh, badass indie bitches. What we couldn't call it.
It was like femme indie. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Funky 70s.
Oh, yes, and then we did the 80s music as well. Christmas, we did pop punk Christmas, and then, like, classic Christmas.
Wow, dang.
That was my favorite episode we did. Session? I don't even know what you call it. But
Joe? I don't know.
Show, whatever. I love the Christmas show. That was fun.
Me and Matt were in Atlantic City one time, and they were playing like music we all liked. We're like, "Whoa, My Chemical Romance!"
Yeah, it was.
We're like, "Whoa, this is fucking awesome!" We're like jamming out,
Yeah.
and they go, "We hope you're enjoying emo night."
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't even cut my wrists or black my eyes today yet.
Like, what do you mean?
I have been like TikTok that teens today are fantasizing like being a teen in 2014. And like
Yeah, they're totally romanticizing it. They're like, imagine being a teenager in this year. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not that old.
it's like it was awful. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, no, it was a terrible experience.
Isn't being a teenager in general terrible?
It's
Usually,
awful.
yes.
Your hormones are raging. You get tests thrown at you. They're just like, do this while you're having your period. And it's like, I can't.
You're just sad and you're not even sure why you're sad.
Yeah.
Matt, what teacher told you that? What teacher told you do this while you're having your period?
All of them. And I was just like, I'm having my period. I can't help it.
So, but you guys always had like themes, even with the radio show.
Yes.
Which is cool because you guys have themes with the podcast.
Yes.
Like the first season was very much like Battle of the Finest and whoever does what, and then conspiracies. Yes, Battle of the Divine. And then season 2's conspiracies.
The conspiracy series.
The conspiracy series.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. I think one of the main reasons we decided to do conspiracies was because Jenny was so eager to use the pun. She's like, what if we called it the conspiracy series?
I was so proud of myself for coming up
That's so
with
funny.
that.
So, how does the research work for the conspiracies, or even the first one? Because you guys were very much like on top of everything for both characters, even with mythology. You guys are on top of it with like the backstory of all the characters and how all the characters fall in with one another. Hades with his incestual bullshit. So
We love him.
That's
though.
not just Hades. That's the entirety
Yes,
of Greek
well, yeah.
mythology.
all of them with their incestual stuff.
He's just a nice guy.
Uncle Hades.
Just be another character on your series.
So how does the research work when you guys are coming up with the episodes?
For the first season, we just decided whatever it was going to be, and I think like either the day before or the night that we were going to record, we sat down and we were like, all right, these should be the superlatives. If it was like a TV show, you just watch the show a bunch or like do like clippets of their best moments. For the
I definitely crash course The Office.
yeah. I think for which one was it? The Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, and Janis Joplin. I like watched a couple of mini docuseries on them just to kind of like gauge. Yeah, it was just that.
And the superlatives are really unique because it's not like what you would normally figure. Because
That was the goal. We were like, how do we be not like the other girls?
Just get all your friends together.
Imagine Pennywise being a basic white girl.
I can imagine it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, he already kind of looks
Very
like the
much
Queen
so.
of Hearts from
Yes, oh my god, it does.
One of the only
stinky Alice in Wonderland movie.
one of the only ones where I was really like, oh man, I dispute with the Disputes of Hippie Chick and Metalhead
About?
is
Good.
who would open the door and stay there for hours, like if they were holding the door open.
Oh, yes.
I was like, Hades. Big time Hades. Because he's like in the underworld anyway. He's like, all right, come on in.
Yeah.
Come on in. Next
That's
person
true.
in. Come into the underworld.
But Osiris... Okay.
Osiris would rip out their hearts and put them on a
What's his
scale.
job? He had someone else doing that shit.
He was like, his brother wanted to be, you know, like the big shot over here. He was like, all right, you could chop me up, I guess. It's fine.
He was a simp.
How can you not? His wife, gorgeous.
Bri, how many whiskey sours do you have left?
Oh,
Yeah, these whiskey sours are dope.
Because, yeah, they're
Yes,
really good.
I brought some for...
Oh my god,
experience.
see, it's so good Alex finished his.
Oh,
Dan, what the fuck? Dan, you saw me lift
Get
it
some
with
Manischewitz. Come on, pretend it is Shabbos, so we're having some Manischewitz.
It was very delicious. Bri, how did you acquire that? I'm like, I just became the host. I'm like, hi.
He's pouring wine. I'm the host now.
Long story short, I entered a sweepstakes that I didn't think I'd win, but I applied anyway. I was like, whatever. And it was a bunch of different small businesses and this company that shall remain unnamed because I don't want to get sued for slander.
You don't want beef.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You think
But
you would,
They sent me, they had different flavors, but they decided to send me 120 packets of whiskey sour with the assumption that I even liked whiskey sour, right?
I'm surprised they didn't send you a variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my theory is that literally they were going out of business. It was the last of their stock, and they're like, all right,
Damn.
just send her all 120.
I smell your next conspiracy. I'm sorry to
Erase that from your memory. Do the Men in Black.
But yeah, so they have shortened a little bit because I gave a lot away with my Christmas cards this past year. And we gave some away during our most recent giveaway on our Instagram. And if you follow it, you can also participate in these giveaways.
Yeah, what's the Instagram handle? Deja vu. This is so weird.
She sent me 5 for each one of my family members. They're pretty decent, I would say. You finished yours.
Yeah, mine was good, yeah. Mine was exclusively good. You guys talk about Yoko Ono in a very funny light. Also, John Mulaney comes up all the fucking time.
Damn.
Which is
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. It's me, John Mulaney.
My best friend. He doesn't know me, but we're best friends. Sorry, Jenny.
Yeah.
Everything he talks about is so relevant. So we just constantly reference to him a lot.
I love that he took his stand-up routine of being in the bathroom and when someone's knocking, being like, someone's in here, and they fucking put it into Big Mouth.
Yes.
I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
They put in the new season.
God,
So I was like, this is crazy. So who would be your dream guest to have on your podcast? Chuck Norris comes down from the sky. He goes, one person.
Chuck Norris.
Forever and ever.
It's
as
like,
many episodes as you want.
So we could have them in every episode if we truly wanted to.
One person, but they could be in any. They will drop whatever they're doing to be in your episode.
See, I feel like we both had an agreement before that it was definitely Tommy Wiseau or Wiseau or however you pronounce his last name.
Wide load.
Whatever the hell you say his
Wide
name.
load.
Whatchamacallits. But
As a co-host, John Mulaney.
yeah.
Mmm.
I would still say Tommy just because I would point to him and be like, right, Tommy? He'd be like, ah.
Okay. Put it this way. He would be like the DJ Khaled of podcasts.
Damn, oh my god,
That's
did
true.
you see that notorious DJ Khaled video where it's right one of his like music videos is something where he has relations with a lady in the video? That was from H3H3. They were discussing that
yeah,
one.
the one
Oh
where
my
he's
goodness.
like, "Rrrr."
Yeah. And it just looks like a giant mountainous.
What? Yeah, what would you guys do?
Oh
Would
my
you guys
God,
like
yeah.
DJ Khaled as a ghost?
Yeah.
Like, hi, welcome to the Disputes of Hippie Chick and Metalhead. We the best!
Best entertainment!
In the corner, be quiet.
We the best.
And his son's the producer, just there like, yeah, that sounds good.
Random but related note, I was recently having a conversation with somebody and they were like, do you remember when DJ Khaled was big on Snapchat? I was like, holy fuck.
DJ Khaled was big on...
I mean, if you take a picture of him, I think you need like...
Oh, come on!
But...
You're going for the low blows on DJ
I'm
Khaled?
sorry, I couldn't resist it. DJ Khaled's awesome, but I can't let a joke pass.
To be fair, I think out of the three, your three choices, Tommy, John Mulaney, and DJ Khaled.
Just throw them in a room together.
She would ruin the podcast like she ruined the Beatles. So,
Damn! What if you get
All
like
good
this
things
weird
must
amalgam?
yeah.
Fair enough.
So those three, you have to choose as many episodes as you want.
Can you get a chimera of them? Like a little bit of each of them onto one body?
You phone a friend. Bri. The phoned in friend.
Hello?
I would, a part of me still says Tommy. I think. I don't know. Do you?
Is this a
concur?
dispute?
This is where the Disputes of Hippie Chick and Metalhead.
There you go.
Because I'm sticking with John Mulaney.
Wow.
Would John Mulaney steal too much thunder?
I think so.
I
That's
was
my
just
issue.
thinking that.
That's my issue, is because he can't be way funnier than us.
Yeah. Hippie Chick Metalhead and John Mulaney. You're like, fuck you. Relax.
But if you got Tommy in the background, like laying on the couch, like,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. You have to remind him he's there.
You're like, Tommy, you know what
Where
I'm
am
talking
I?
about?
20 minutes.
I feel like you're a vampire, right?
I don't know where I am.
Oh, yes, lovely lady.
Tommy,
Yeah.
where do you get your money from?
Oh, hi, podcast.
Yes! That would be it.
So we're at 20 minutes. Speaking of Tommy Wiseau, I know you guys feel like that movie's really bad. Highly recommend checking out a movie called After Last Season. It's garbage. Watch the trailer. It's bad. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Next movie night.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, let's do it.
Now,
What's its percent on Rotten Tomatoes?
oh man, I hope it's like 100% rotten. It's a negative 2 on
20%.
IMDb. Audience rating 100%.
Oh my god. And all the reviews are just like, I wish I got that hour and a half of my life back.
I wish I watched The Room again.
You always want to wish. Like,
Yeah.
it's the best.
When you did the clues for The Room, you should have put a spoon.
I should have, but I didn't think about that at
Okay,
the time.
fair enough. Do you
But I
guys
I feel like if you put a rose, I would have gotten it.
do you guys have any ghost stories?
I have one.
Ooh.
She does.
1 and 1. All right, who wants to go first? Dispute.
She can take.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Dispute, yeah.
I'm just like,
Go ahead.
tell your stories.
All right. Well, the college that I went to, that I transferred from and to, so Jenny and I went to, Jenny and I went to college together in between this college. Anyway, so this college was very old. It was I think it was like 150 years old or something of the sort.
College we both went to?
No,
Okay, I was
the one
gonna
that
say,
I
no,
went
it's not.
And the dorm building that I lived in my last year of college had been there. It's been renovated, but that building has been there for the whole time. And so there were always rumors around that it was haunted. And I take the haunted stuff with a grain of salt. I'm like, yeah, whatever, haunted my ass.
It's haunted. You need salt.
Makes the circle.
I hated that.
Just I hate you.
Fucking Gemini Leo.
Fucker.
My suite mates and I would experience these random occurrences. The light would go on sometimes. I mean, it felt like negative energy. It was just like, it's just our friendly ghost Fred. Yeah, and yes, we named him. And,
What was his name?
Think Fred.
And the weirdest thing that happened that freaked me out is that during spring break, or was it fall break? Whatever. It was one of the breaks, and my suite mates had already left to go home for the break. And I was on my way out with my suitcase. All the lights were off. Nobody was in the bathroom. I was the only one in the suite. I opened the suite door to leave. All of a sudden, from the bathroom, the hand dryer goes on.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
So it was just very weird. But I mean, nothing bad happened. I'm alive, so.
Good. Of all ghost stories to hear, I like when a ghost story doesn't involve hurting, super poltergeisty, or anything crazy.
I think he just wanted to fuck with us, honestly.
He's just chilling. He's
Yeah.
trying to wash
It's
it.
like, man, they gotta dry these hands.
At least he's clean.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I wonder what this would do.
Yeah. Personally, I've had so many weird fucking ghost stories, which is why Dan implored us to ask. He's always like, please ask, because if people have them, it's a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
And we bought a original Ouija board for
shame.
we called it the Thankmas stream. We gave collectively $3,400 to a charity. Mm-hmm. So one of the tiers was at like $4,000. We were gonna first time use a Ouija board. We had a psychic come on that was like, "Don't do it." Then we had like, no, we didn't get to do it. So it's still
Good.
it's sitting in the other room, so we can mail it to you now, right?
No,
Because
no. Jenny, burn it.
it's never been burn it. The spirits will be released. You have to bury it.
No, you burn it.
If you burn it, the spirits are released.
Fucked us up real hard then.
Story time.
Well, they say burn, the spirits are released. You have to bury.
But what if they just like need?
Come on, spirits, have some fun.
It's fine.
So if you want, we do have a Ouija board. We'll send it over to you. I'm glad that you want it, though. Do you have any ghost stories?
I really appreciate the offer.
Okay, so I have like 1.5, I would say. One is that I think my relative tried to contact me. It was somebody I was very close with who passed away when I was younger, and years before my brother had went to like a medium, and she was telling him that she was there, and then like talking about different things that weren't coincidences.
Yeah.
Like if you see her in the dream, that's actually her, or if you get a dropped phone call, that's also her. And I'd gotten a bunch of calls before, and I always hung up right away. But there was one night that I got another call where I was on the phone with somebody, and it just like sounds like your phone is being dropped into water. Huh. It just sounds like bubbling. And I've asked a bunch of people if they've ever experienced. Have you experienced this?
No.
Same answer every time.
Wow.
So it happens, and I'm like, all right. Hello? And I hear in a disembodied female voice, "Hey, sweetheart." I was like, so I chucked my phone across the room, and
as you would.
As I would, and then I called my mommy after it. And so I was like, I think she tried to contact me.
What's cool is that even when Justin came on, Justin, your brother.
Yes. You know.
He even had his own experience too with your aunt, grandma, and his experience was equally as interesting.
Yeah.
So it's cool that both you had an experience from the same person.
Yeah, and then we have an oldest brother who also, he had a dream of her one time.
Wow.
So
Does he run a podcast? Can we have him on?
He's part of a Foon, kind of, so.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So guys, we're going to throw it over to an ad break like she threw her phone. We'll be right back.
Right over.
Thank you guys for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to the Space Zambonie mid-podcast game. What we're going to be doing here is kind of similar to what you guys did in your first season.
Yes.
But instead of doing like celebrities or characters from shows, it's going to be us. It'll be us.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
It's going to be us.
Did a demon possess him?
Did you get those Nikes?
So I just got a little Nas X's Nike.
Oh, correction, not Nikes.
Yeah, they're just Heelys.
I would buy the shit out of
Oh
So
my God.
Our producer Dan is going to be coming up with the questions. Matt and I have Alex and Matt, and the Hippie Chick and Metalhead have Hippie Chick and Metalhead.
Alex drew a little heart on mine, so I'm gonna have to draw something that shows how much I love
Are we supposed to write
Alex.
hearts on it?
No, wait, guys.
My love. There we
So, the person, and I'm coming up with this now, but whichever team gets the most the same as one another, I will be donating $100 to the charity of choice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jenny, we got this in the bag.
We got it.
Okay?
All right.
Fair enough?
It's a fight.
Yeah, it's a dispute.
Actually, shit, I don't think I can use this piece of paper anymore. Because it's me with my big nose with a heart attached to it. That's I
I
love
like
you.
how you do
Okay.
say Matt.
Yeah,
You
the
make
mat
sure
is
they
wrapped
understand
around.
that it's not Alex.
No.
First question.
Okay.
Who is most likely to get lost in the wilderness? Oh, you guys were too quick with that one.
Real?
Bri and I did get lost in the woods once.
That's
Ooh,
true.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you guys already got one? Damn.
They got one. They
Okay.
got one.
To be fair, my thought process was Matt has a better sense of navigation.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm directionally challenged, so.
So is this the what's the name of that game?
The honeymoon game or
Yeah,
the newlywed game?
The newlywed.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it is.
Yeah.
It's the, yeah.
I love these. They're so much.
Who is most likely to die first in a horror movie?
You're funny, fella.
Everyone got that right. Matt would run in the wrong direction.
I would just sympathize with the killer. I'd be like, oh, he's just misunderstood.
You psychoanalyze them and then they kill you.
Okay.
Who is most likely to live the longest?
I feel like Matt would say this.
Oh.
Oh. Whoa! Hell yeah! Matt, I was gonna pick you, but I have to think, what would Matt
No.
pick?
I'm outliving you.
Plus,
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bri, you have so many allergies. You die first. You have so many allergies. You would die first.
Allergy? I take an allergy pill. I'm fine.
oh my god.
Who is most likely to get detained for public urination?
That's hard.
Yeah.
Jenny would just be baked off her ass.
So would Matt.
I haven't done that in a while.
Who is most likely to name their kid something we'd all make fun of?
Yeah, I figured.
Oh my god, I gotta make this harder then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is most likely to be the best liar?
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn. Oh!
Because I gotta lie to my aunt all the time.
That's what I
Oh, I
thought.
hold it wrong.
Genuinely, I was like, Matt's got to get out of situations. He's got to has sticky situations.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Space Zambonie!
I don't like lying. I hate lying. It makes me feel gross.
I know, me too.
That's why it was hard, because Jenny and I are both really bad at lying.
Yeah.
I've been there when Matt has
couldn't
had
even-
to lie. So I think that's why.
That's
Bri and I shoot each other a look, and that's how people know.
Oh yeah, we lie together, and we don't plan it. We're just like,
They're like, we're not lying. Excuse me.
Who is most likely to eat chocolate-covered cockroaches?
Oh.
I mean, that's honestly that goes any which way.
Can I do both?
I know I don't have one for each channel. Otherwise, I do both.
I have
because
my head
we
turned.
have done it.
I have my head turned, but I feel like Matt's gonna say
I'll just
himself.
do the flip. It would definitely be both of us.
And it would be on a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we've eaten so many crazy things together.
I mean, I ate the jar of mayo, but
Yeah.
no, that's fair.
Why do I find that worse?
you're more of an exploratory eater.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful. You never know what I'm gonna be allergic to tomorrow.
This is why you would die first.
Well, I'm careful.
Well, you're right. Maybe this is why I die first.
That's true.
Who is most likely to get kicked out of an amusement park?
Whoa!
I thought I would be.
Wow.
Could we, like, I feel like when we don't do each other, it's because we're together and we got like kicked out together.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, who is most likely to argue with a police officer?
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude.
I just feel like you would be able to do it better than myself.
Okay.
I'd be like,
It wouldn't be an argument, it'd be
My
a dispute
reasoning
of Space
is
Zambonie and the
Then I
police.
think you would be smarter in how you would argue.
yeah.
That's what
why
he said.
But it wouldn't come off as arguing. It would be a lot. It would be a little more manipulative, personally. But
But still be arguing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because under pressure, you're really good at like being able to. When I'm like under pressure, I'm just like, I don't know how to talk.
That's me.
Matt would make it worse. Matt would make it worse. You'd be like, I had my dick out. I'm like,
Yeah,
no!
yeah.
You
I would say horrible.
You
That's
didn't
what
have it.
I'll tell you a
Oh,
story.
you're talking about Ossifer.
I'm like,
I'll tell you a story after we finish this game. That's a
Okay.
wow.
All right.
Who is most likely to join a cult?
No, you're so easily
dude,
manipulated.
I am terrified of cults. I wouldn't go near one.
Are you
I can't
kidding?
imagine you joining a
You would
cult though.
join it just
What?
for shit.
Okay.
What? Sorry.
Did you join a cult? Alright.
This one's worth 3 points.
Okay.
Fair?
No pressure.
I guess that's. Wait, does that mean you guys.
We would tie.
No,
and
but
then there'd be
you
one.
get 3 points. Well, I guess either way it's the last question. So.
Jenny, I'm giving you a handout.
Handout, sir.
It's your stimulus question
Oh my God! Should we make it
from
4
the United
points?
States government.
He's like, in Hippie Chick and Metalhead, episode 4. We're like, what?
And honestly, somebody, you guys would probably get that because you most recently listened to it.
Who is most likely to get away with murder? Oh!
What's up, everybody? Because Jennie and Bri were such good guests and they were really good sports about everything, we had a lot of fun in that podcast. So we're actually going to be donating to Solidarity. So check that out. That was their choice for the donation. It's going to be helping people during the COVID pandemic, which, look at that. We're still riding through. Thanks again to them for coming on. We really do appreciate it. Now it's time for the ad break. Let me go get my ad break hat. Howdy, partners. Welcome to the ad break. My name's Alex, and I'm here to talk to you about a very special product that's near and dear to my little heart, Raze Energy. If you haven't heard of it before, here it is now. Raze Energy is a fantastic product to the point where when my wife and I were walking around, I had not had a cup of coffee for the day, had not had any tea, woke up, had to wake up to crying because my little baby boy, I had no energy. So we literally pulled up a map of where we could find Raze because I ran out of stock and we ran to the place to pick it up. This product gets you up, energized, and going throughout your day. Go to repsports.com, use coupon code Space Zambonie, you can get a percentage off your order. So definitely check that out. Head over to them and check out their stuff. We're going to actually shoot it right back over to the podcast. I'm not going to hold you this long on the ad break. Unless you want to click that join button. Woo! We have YouTube membership now. You know what that means? If you click that join button, depending on what tier you do, you can get a lot more access and content out of our channel, which includes early access to videos, joining member chats in Discord. There is so much that you should be able to get out of this, including behind the scenes videos and so much more. We really do work hard to produce the content that we do, and it's not like we're doing it at a huge gain. So if you can and if you want to, please feel free to join. If not, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to change for you. We still love you anyway. Much love. Now, for real, we're going to take you back to the podcast.
Welcome back from the ad break. We hope you enjoyed the ads for Whose Line Is It Anyway and Zoo Pals.
Ooh.
So we're back from the podcast. We're back from the podcast game, and we're here to talk about conspiracies. Yeah, we're back from the podcast to
the
podcast.
Bringing the podcast to you.
we're bringing the podcast to you.
We're beaming it into your brain.
And we're here to talk about your season 2 type of content, which is conspiracies.
Yes.
Do you believe the COVID vaccine has little nano chips in it? Microchipping people?
I think that's for you to fight her.
Oh goodness. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
But you know what? Give me like a year to see how it's going.
Matt, you're
I got the
spoiling.
vaccine.
You're spoiling the next episode.
Oh no! Damn it! I got
Stay
both
away from that.
vaccines.
We were just like, let's not talk about like right now
Yeah.
because there's no evidence yet. We'll see in a year.
Did OJ do it?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, if the glove don't fit.
No hesitation.
I was absolutely
Yes.
Why did you go on a car chase then if you're not guilty?
Because he wanted to play Mario Kart with a bunch of police officers. He had a bunch of bananas. Just throwing them out the window, green
I don't
shells.
think that was part of it.
So what I did want to do too, which is really funny that
Yeah.
Matt jumped right on it. I wanted to say very basic conspiracies and get your ideas on it.
Yes.
Was the moon landing real?
Yes.
I think it was, yeah.
Okay, so
But there's no
My sister-
waves in space or
My
whatever.
sister-in-law. My sister-in-law was like, "It's not real. There's no such thing." And my
She a
father-in-law
flat earther
said,
too? No.
"So my father-in-law said, get a telescope, look at the moon." And she goes, "I know. I'll see space." We're like, "No, you'll see the moon, and sometimes you'll see that little old flag on the moon." And she's like, "Oh." Second, is the Earth flat? You guys, I need it from 2 people.
Yes, the
Are
Earth
you
is a
about to see
cookie.
us or B.O.B.?
Huh?
And how do you see the horizon?
It's on a conveyor belt or something.
It's on a conveyor.
Yeah.
So does that mean that
Yeah.
if I just keep going, I'm gonna fall off of the earth?
And you'll burn plenty of
That
calories.
sounds lit.
You go to the edge of the Earth, that's where dinosaurs live. We're surrounded by the Arctic.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear that theory about
in the dome that goes over
because
it?
supposedly, it's
How can
like,
you have a
okay,
theory where the Earth is flat, but at the end there's a dome?
because Antarctica and like,
Because it's in the heavens.
Yeah.
It's half of a sphere.
because apparently when you go past there, it's Jurassic Park.
Sorry, Bri.
see past
Bri, what are your thoughts?
Earth is totally flat. No, I'm kidding.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Bri, why is the Earth round?
I don't know. Have you ever been on a plane?
I have. Do you want me to... I could fight for the other side. I think it's round too. I could fight for the other side if you want. Do you want me to dispute?
Dispute away. Go ahead.
Well, when you're on the plane, you're actually seeing the furthest point you can. You know how when you're playing Minecraft on PS4, the draw distance is only so much? It's the same in real life. You have to be there to render it first. Because life's a simulation, too.
Yeah.
I do believe that, though.
Wow.
See?
You
okay,
believe it's a simulation?
I'm drawing her in.
I have, like, not like believe, but like,
It's possible.
I have my doubts.
We're the Sims?
Y'all ever watch
Yeah.
that Cyber Chase movie of Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo the Cyber Chase! Hell yeah, I did!
Ever walked-
Scooby-Doo and the cyber sex.
Have you ever walked into a room and forgot what you were doing? That is your creator clicking out that action.
Oh God, he must be very undecisive about what I'm doing on a daily basis. I forget everything.
Never mind.
I thought it was just young Alzheimer's.
I have seen people glitch out, though, to be fair.
I go through these moments where I say something and I like get stuck on the word where I'm like, so I think that's a glitch.
Stutter?
Maybe a seizure, I'm not sure.
It's possible. Who knows, right?
I think so.
Bri, it's life a simulation.
I don't know. That's one of those things where I'm like, could be, maybe. Who's running it?
Who is running
when
it?
does this episode release?
When do you want it to release?
Because we have an episode that comes out that we talk about Randonautica.
Wow.
And that's all about, are we in a simulation? Are we in the Matrix?
So, it's technically could release either May or June.
Okay, perfect.
Either or is fine.
Perfect.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know when you go.
This
like,
comes out tomorrow. Wait for me to edit this.
So we talk about Randonautica and how there is the
Well-
possibility of alternate universes, and if we are in a simulation.
Oh yeah.
Is there
I
a
believe in
possibility? Are we
alternate
possibly
universes.
playing that today?
I would be down as long as our intentions aren't super creepy.
Oh.
Because
What a
shit
creepy
happens.
intention.
Really?
I'm gonna fuck this app.
We talk about this.
I mean, that's not the first time we've done that.
Sorry, go.
We talked about this on the episode. There
Haven't heard it
was teens that found a body
What?
in a suitcase
What?
while doing Randonautica because it was their location and it was on the news. It's confirmed completely that it was 2. I forgot the names of the victims, but it was 2 victims in a suitcase, or there were some remains in it. And when you're on this app, you do an intention, like you think of an intention, and their intention was travel, and the body was found in a suitcase. So
But that
Wow.
could
That's
be any.
right.
but
Yeah, that
that's-
sounds like the Randonautica killer.
The intention could be wine, and then a
Yeah.
guy was found
Oh
dead
no!
drunk.
A guy was found
could be
pressed into
anything.
grapes.
as long as you're not like, oh, it's gonna happen. You're
no,
like,
no.
fuck these guys.
Can our intention be comedy?
My intention
think
is
so.
egg drop soup. I just want some egg drop soup.
It takes us.
I compared it to, when you have a genie, you get the 3 wishes, and the genie always interprets it in a really fucked up way. He's like,
Yeah.
you want to be famous? All right, I'll kill you.
Oh my god. How do we do this for like Millionaire? Can we find like a pile of money? And then
That sounds
dive
like a
into,
bad
like,
intention.
Uncle
though.
McScrooge.
Like money.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's great.
Money sounds bad.
Money's bad.
Humor sounds okay.
I did like my.
All right, let's do
boyfriend and
humor.
I-
That
my
way
boyfriend
we
and I
could
did
fund it.
memory, and it led us to a place where he used to go hang out with his friends.
That's
so,
fucking
Yeah.
okay.
But
so-
what about this? What if we think of humor and then we find the body of Jerry Seinfeld?
I'd be okay with
Boom,
that.
boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Jerry! That sounds terrible. I want to find
And then
that
the
Jerry
credits roll, and
Seinfeld.
we're all like this.
What's the deal with dead bodies?
Can we get Jerry Seinfeld to come host on this?
Yes.
That'd be great.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you found my body.
We have a list. Go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, Jenny and I have this running joke that every time we mention a celebrity, we're like, "Hey, do you want to come co-host with us?"
You're never gonna hear this in your life, but in case you do.
Just keep going until it happens.
Yeah, we
gonna
have
make
this
it.
big running goal of like when we do a season 3 of content to have like very specific creators on. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of Chris Chan. Look up Chris Chan.
Okay.
You like conspiracies and weird
Yeah.
shit?
I
Which
feel
one's
like
the
he
real
sounds
Chris?
so
You will go
familiar.
into a fucking. I watched a 51-part documentary on him.
I feel like I have.
Is solid
it's
Chris or
like-
liquid Chris real?
Yeah.
Which one's the true Chris?
Oh, yeah, that's a soundbite from him.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
We love it.
Okay, so next up is middle class conspiracies.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of the Mothman?
Yes.
Mothman's awesome.
You guys
He had a
know
movie.
Sleepy Hollow or Sweet Hollow Road, right? Is that
Yeah, Sweet Hollow Road.
Sweet Hollow Road. Oh.
Mothman apparently had sightings on
Really?
Sweet Hollow
What?
Road.
What are you
That's
talking about?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That would be the only reason I would go on there because
Yeah.
I do not want to see Mary Hatchet. I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now.
100%. So when I fuck it. I almost forgot what the
Jeez.
sound meant. That's how many drinks I've had.
I didn't even click
This
that
is your
one. I'm
hand.
so sorry.
When I went on Sweet Hollow Road, I went with my ex at the time. Her and her friends were like, "We want to climb over and hang out in the cemetery."
No.
I went like, "No."
Did you bring the Ouija board?
Thankfully
You
not.
politely decline and go home.
They drove.
Ah.
So they literally hopped the fucking fence and went into the cemetery. I was like,
yeah.
'cause-
That's
'cause-
exactly what I would have done. I would have stayed in the car, wait for the police officer with half of his head blown off to appear,
Do
and
you
then
know that at the end of Mount Misery Road there is a day camp?
Yes, I've
I
heard.
worked at that day camp.
wow,
really?
really?
Yes.
Was
Did
it
you see
creepy?
the demon eyes like in the dark? Like
No,
at
well,
night?
it was never dark while I was there. There was one day that there was supposed to be some sort of orientation, and my dad drove me there because I was young at the time, and dropped me off, and I didn't realize that orientation was canceled. So I was
Oh,
just,
damn.
and my dad forgot his phone, so I had to wait for him to go all the way home to
Well-
call him and have him come back, and I was just sitting on that road like, I'm gonna die.
They
here.
also
Oh.
have the thing from the day camp. You know, there's one with the day camp where you put the
Really?
flower in the back of the car and the kids push the car.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and then you see the little handprints.
Yeah.
There's that, the bridge.
Yeah, where you
Um,
gotta like
You can
turn your
either
lights
see,
off and-
Yeah, you can either see the kids are pushing you that hung themselves, or a police officer with like the
Yeah,
back
The,
of his
the
head
blown
gone.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just chilling.
That's crazy.
He's like, "Do you know how fast you're driving? 0 miles per hour. Why aren't you driving? This place sucks."
Do you know how
Yeah.
fast you're driving? I don't. My brain's gone.
Yeah.
He lost.
I don't know how I'm talking if I don't have a brain.
Please help me determine this.
I mean, a lot of people do that.
Oh shit, that's right. Damn, I forgot what day we're in.
But regardless, like it was bad. I wanted to get out of there and I couldn't. They all hopped the fence and they started doing shit. I was like, I gotta get out of
No,
here.
I wouldn't mess around with that. I didn't even want to be there. One time I went there with a group of friends. We all drove around to do the urban legends and whatever. And I'm a big old penis that's scared of everything.
I'm a big old bitch. I said at the top of the podcast.
And I'm just like, I want to be here.
Yeah, no.
I'll go home.
I went one time with my brothers, and I was just driving around, did not make it fully through because my brother was playing clown music, and I fucking hate clowns.
Was this big back like when the clown thing was really big too?
Yes, when Long Island was being attacked
by the killer clowns.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, fuck no.
That's so.
Was that like 2016?
That's and shit trying to
Yeah.
No, I was like, leave them be. I don't care.
I was like, when did this become Batman and the fucking Joker? Everyone's, I'm gonna beat up the clowns and wear a mask. It's like, what?
Save the day.
Yeah.
The creepy clown.
But we'll put it on screen in post. But there's actual location that has like a Mothman statue. Because apparently,
Is it in West Virginia?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Where it's that metal statue.
Yeah.
Field trip.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I would love
Bree,
to see
take a
it.
trip there.
I was gonna say it's not that far from me.
So there's a lot of conspiracies around that statue in general now, too.
Oh.
Is it on a cross line or whatever they call them, a ley line?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you know about ley lines, right?
It's a whole museum, right?
There's a whole
Most
museum?
activity. That's also where like Stonehenge is. It's like
yes,
on a ley line.
Wait, there's a whole museum dedicated to the Mothman?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't
What
know
the
that.
fuck?
Mothman Museum. It's a.
The M&M.
Is it far from you? Because I know what we're doing when we do hang out.
Is
No,
that
that's
the
The
OG
museum's
M&M?
devoted to the Mothman, a local legend featuring press clippings, documents, and memorabilia. It's in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah, so the interesting thing I heard is that
Sounds cool.
there were government, which always, every conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
The government.
Damn the government.
Apparently, they were testing different pieces of technology, like jetpacks and like shit like that, and people started having sightings of it in that area. So they're like, oh, fuck, all right. So when people started saying, like, oh, it's a Mothman and stuff like that, the government was like, let them think that, because I'd rather think that than all the actual shit we're doing.
Yeah, isn't that the same thing with UFOs and
I love
everything
how
like
in
that?
2020 all that shit's going on. And then they're like, by the way, yes, we have seen UFOs.
Yeah!
Don't know what they are.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
Thanks.
We went to an Angels and Airfield concert.
Angels and Airfield.
Oh my god, Airfield. Airways. Right? Angels and Airways. Angels and a baseball field concert.
Close enough.
Angels at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, we went to see Angels
Tom Delongo
at
on an entire rant.
So
That was
it
around the time where he was coming out with his documentary.
Majorly involved.
It was right after
Yeah.
they published. Oh, it's all fucking real. He went, "Fucking told you so." Anyway, next song, let's go. And we're like,
To the stars.
A part of the reason why I left
Yeah,
Blink
big
was
time.
to go and work
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all.
Did you know that Tom DeLonge is a part of the Freemasons?
No.
Yeah, he's
That's
Really?
not-
Yeah,
Oh my
he's a
God,
Freemason.
one step
I know.
to
You want-
the Illuminati.
You want to know who else is a Freemason?
Who?
Kramer from Seinfeld.
I thought you were gonna say Chris Brown when I heard Kerr.
Nah, Chris
I was
Brown.
like, no way.
No way. I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Jay-Z and
But Kramer, that
Beyonce.
N-word guy, yeah, he's a Freemason.
So, in terms of middle class conspiracies, I'm
Yes.
talking.
Okay.
I'm talking vampires, chupacabra, werewolves. I guess aliens fall into that. What do you guys believe? Which one of those are you guys like?
Aliens 100%, because I just don't think, like, if you really think we're the only intelligent
No, I
life.
don't.
I'm not saying you, but
I
like
don't.
I'm saying to the audience, if you don't believe in it.
I'll be the audience.
Even if it's like a microorganism or something, that still counts as an alien.
Yeah.
That
Fair.
we all
And
started
we
as something
are
small
a
at one point.
speck of dust
Yeah.
in space. There has to be something more. I just don't believe in the whole, like, they're gonna come invade us. Like,
Yeah.
they're light years ahead of us.
Yeah.
They don't give
They
a
don't
shit
need
what
to.
we do. Yeah, there's
I
no...
was gonna say we're destroying ourselves already. They're like, whatever, they'll die out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can we find the planet that's dumb us? Like, we're dumb aliens, right? Like,
Yeah.
can we find dumb us
Well,
planet?
Well, we're like
Dumber
primitive. We're like the
Yeah.
I
primitive
think
alien.
we are the lowest of the lowest here.
Wow.
There's the whole conspiracy though that aliens built the pyramids. Right?
Yes,
And
yeah,
that
yeah. They helped
just
build
They
used
tried
it for
civilizing.
Earth's resources, and then they left.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we don't need you anymore.
Bri and I are going to be talking about this on an episode that will be coming out. We don't talk about aliens, but we talk about another way that the pyramids are built.
Helicopter? Because there was
I
a
would be-
hieroglyph of a helicopter.
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did I just destroy
Wait.
that episode?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
We won't- okay, you know,
Fucking
I would
cut
be
that
so
out.
upset if I helped build the pyramids and someone's like, aliens came down and helped them build it. I'd be like, fuck you, I worked so hard on that.
Blood, sweat, and tears. I didn't
Like-
get to talk to my wife.
I would like it if it was actually like time travelers, like they actually went back in time.
Sorry, Bri, what'd you say?
Oh,
Would you believe that dinosaurs helped?
that would be fucking awesome. I love a T-Rex
Is that
like
the
that
fucking
with
episode?
the reins and everything. Just like,
Okay,
yeah.
hold on.
That's the first
When does that
one.
episode come out?
I think in 2 to 3 weeks. So.
Wow.
Okay, guys, when this is out, that episode will be out.
So go listen to it.
Go
I
listen
don't know
to
if it's gonna be named.
why the dinosaurs helped build the pyramids.
Yeah.
I don't think T-Rex hands like they help.
There's a
Wow.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Brontosaurus,
Always
I
Stegosaurus.
think it
It's Godzilla or
is. No,
Godzilla's
no,
a mix
it's-
between
it's
officially.
a plant
Yeah.
eater.
So it's Stegosaurus.
Oh, a
Yeah,
plesiosaur?
Yeah, about
Because he works to please humans.
yes, it was Stegosaurus or Brontosaurus. They don't know for sure, but it was something that could
Interesting.
immediately wipe out everybody.
Wow.
But they didn't because they were plant eaters. So
Wow. That
we'll talk about it.
wait, that makes sense. Okay, so what what other ones do you guys believe in out of like those general? Are vampires real?
Only when it comes to Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think that it could be possible. I've never thought about it in detail, but I couldn't say no.
What about werewolves?
Vampires are more believable than werewolves.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
Well, I mean, like,
werewolves are just an excuse to furries to exist.
well, I mean,
They were the OG furry.
Vampires came
That's awesome.
from like Vlad the Impaler,
Yeah,
who used to
big
dip
time.
his
Yeah.
bread in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so like
I just
that's
think they're more metal and cool. So
yeah, no, they sound fucking awesome.
yeah.
Now the shittiest sounding one of them all is the chupacabra, which
Yeah,
is a little
He's a goat sucker.
which is a little bitch ass goat sucker who just walks around doing jack shit in every different country, right? So, what do you guys feel about the chupacabra?
I think that it's kind of like falls in the same category to me as like the skinwalkers. Like
Oh,
you know,
yeah, the Wendigo.
Yeah, Wendigo. And,
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Chupacabra's real.
Yeah, I would,
I'll tell you
I would
right
say
now,
so.
it's
I would
fucking
say-
real.
I definitely think so. I haven't had my own experience.
I mean, neither.
I,
Tell us about your experiences with the chupacabra.
but it's like
Okay.
it's not something that's more in our area. So
True.
So I wouldn't.
So,
you know,
24
like, it's
minutes.
not something that's like super.
24 minutes.
Oh, damn.
We'll run further. It's fine. So when I was a little kid, my mom, she grew up in Brazil. So she was, like I said, she dealt with a bunch of crazy shit. People turning into snakes, dolls aging, like the weirdest fucking shit.
People turn into snakes?
Yes. At a zoo.
You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to.
You just
really
don't
did.
get it.
So she would tell me when I was a little kid, she goes, "Don't whistle at night because the chupacabra is gonna come and get you." And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean, Mom?" Little boy Alex was like, "What does that mean?"
Oh, I always heard it
the
as
fuck
that's
it
the
means.
call of the devil. If you whisper in the house, you're calling the devil into your house.
Tell that to the chupacabra in Brazil, dude. The
Well,
chupacabra
sorry.
is one tier above in Brazil.
I feel like everybody just hates the sound of whistling unless it's outdoors, and that's why they tell people don't fucking do that.
So when I was
Just
older,
shut
yeah,
fuck up.
yeah.
when I was older, my
Yeah.
mom finally told me, she's like, "Yeah, no, I didn't want you whistling. It was late at night and you're in the house." I was like, "Mom, I thought the chupacabra was gonna come and take me at night." She
He's
goes,
gonna
God,
suck
that
you
is
because
so-
you're a goat.
but then
That's
she,
unique.
but she said like, "Yeah, no, but that stuff's real in Brazil." I was like, "Wait, now I'm back to I don't understand what that means." is he gonna take me or not? She's like, not in America. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, if you go to Brazil, that's a different story.
Travel that far.
Damn.
Give him a boat and he'll take me for whistling.
Yeah, what if he's got like supersonic hearing and he's able to hear you from Brazil and he's like, one ticket to America, please.
Or he just remembers it for the time he does come to America.
I was gonna say 2 tickets because for some reason in my brain I imagined the Chupacabra having a wife. But I was like, oh no, if he's sucking
Everybody's
goats.
got somebody, right?
Oh my god. What about Bigfoot? What do you guys think on Bigfoot? He's much more
What about
Americanized.
skunk ape? They're the same as Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's if you snap at night.
The Sasquatch. I think that it's wishy-washy because I do question why is every photo of him the grainiest shit ever.
Is it the same Bigfoot?
Is it him and like he can do that to the cameras?
He's able to.
Because it's like stuff that's from today. I get it if it's like from 2007 or earlier, obviously.
Yeah.
But today, I'm like, the high def that we have on our phones, you
why
still can't get a good photo of him.
Well, it's because it was moving.
He was
Yeah,
going
that's
so
true.
quick.
I'm always moving in my photos, and it still can be.
But you're not moving like he is. He's like this.
Did you guys?
I mean, listen, he's got big feet. He moves fast.
That's true.
That is true.
I feel like he's.
Yeah, what if he's a Gemini?
What if he's a Gemini Leo combination and he's just doing the tricks of the devil, walking across?
I feel like he's very dense. I truly think he walks slow. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's
if
too
he
big.
is real, I have this idea in my head that he's like a dense,
But
walks slow, kind of sloth-like, but like he's fuzzy.
But then
Like,
why-
He's just naturally fuzzy.
John Cena.
He's just always blurry. Okay, so then, real question: is it the same Bigfoot that it's always been, or is there like
Oh,
Bigfoot?
is there a Bigfoot family?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the movie Son of
And
Bigfoot.
If there's
Oh
a
my
Bigfoot
God, yes.
family, who's he
Wait,
fucking?
So wait, in
I don't know, female
the
Bigfoot.
Son of Bigfoot.
Big pussy?
Is the Son of Bigfoot? Is he?
Oh shit.
I gotta get
We just got a timeout for you saying
a
that.
Jordan as well.
You better
I don't know if we explained it in this take of the podcast, but this is from an
I'm
episode.
smelling.
This is from an episode that Hippie Chick Metalhead did, where they said every time they say the word fight or ring the bell, someone's supposed to drink. So we've been making that joke throughout the podcast.
We said it once and I never used it again.
Cheers.
Oh,
Did you ever hear of the Mansfield Monster, if I remember correctly, the creature?
no.
It's this
You
like
tell.
it's like this 3-legged creature that's got like 2 arms and it looks like it's got like these crazy big eyes and everything. It attacked a family like
Oh
at
my
the
God.
back door. And
That's
there's like
pretty.
and there's other people that do like admit that they tried getting a gun and shooting it to try and like identify what this creature was. And all they heard was like it jump away and loud this screech.
That sounds like the Predator.
Okay, but what do you guys think the Montauk Monster was?
That shit was whack, man.
Raccoon.
No, that thing didn't look like
Did you
a raccoon
look
at
at
all.
the picture?
Yeah, I saw the picture. It had a turtle
No,
beak.
I think that shit was from like the Montauk experiments and all that shit like that.
Plum Island.
Yeah,
That's what they
exactly.
call it. Plum Island is awesome.
I
That's
think
where
that
you-
shit something that just washed up on shore. And that, because, bro, all they said was it's a monster, and then all that media went away.
Yeah.
Right? That's what
But
I'm
supposedly
saying.
there's a whole bunch of like DNA like research into it, and it turned out to just be a raccoon that ended up getting bloat and everything
No,
from
but
it being in the water.
how much can you be like, okay, if the articles and all the news stopped on it,
Yeah.
how much can you be like, oh yeah, they had no other influence, by the way.
We
it's
could take
just-
a trip to Plum Island. It's a government facility. Yeah.
Are they truly gonna let us in though?
They do. They let you into certain parts.
Excuse me,
Really?
Yeah.
we're doing a podcast on Plum Island, and we're gonna need you to let us in.
I would love to. I think that would be real.
We have a warrant.
Like the latest Halloween movie. It's just like they had the podcast
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, we have John Mulaney. He outshadows all.
Tommy's in the back too. If you want.
Oh hi.
Have you ever seen the
Oh, hi,
room?
Plum
It is a
Island.
masterpiece.
Smeared
So-
it on the wall.
So one thing I want to talk about is liminal spaces, because Jenny and I had a very short conversation about deja vu.
Yes.
But just from that, it was very interesting. And then during the break, you guys also mentioned like you guys have a lot of discussions on like that kind of stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
So, for those who don't know, liminal spaces are like these weird spaces that people feel are either like between dimensions or like.
Or they feel they've been there before.
Yeah.
They look familiar.
And there was one space that I saw, of course, on TikTok because fuck me, right? But
Okay. You don't have to ask me twice.
Where you get all your education these days.
Exactly. It's.
One thing I saw on TikTok.
I just finished learning a dance, and then I was like, "Oh my god, liminal spaces!"
The school of
That
hard
is how
knocks
it
no
goes,
longer
though.
exists.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a school of TikToks.
But it was a Russian hotel building that I specifically remember having a dream of that building, and in that building, the devil was in the basement.
Oh.
Ooh.
Were you dreaming of the
So,
hotel?
yeah.
What was the Stanley?
No, it was before Cecil Hotel.
Cecil.
Oh, you
Thank
talked
you,
about it,
Cecil.
It was before that. I saw it on TikTok, and I
Yeah.
had this weird recurring dream where I was going into the basement of the building, and it started as my grandma and grandpa's building they used to own in Queens. And when I went towards the basement of the building, it like shifted. And then I had a few dreams. It was like literally recurring where I would go to the basement and they'd be like, "Don't go in there. Like, don't go in that basement." And the dream would end. And then I had one dream where I went in and it was just all like fire and shit like
Wow.
that. And I woke up with a feeling of dread. And when I saw the picture from the liminal spaces of like, it was at some hotel in Russia, and it was that image, I was like, whoa.
And you have never seen it before?
No, never seen it before.
That's because
I'm
he's
so
gaining his
scared.
mom's powers. Like,
There we go.
slowly over time. Now that you had a kid, you've opened up your third eye.
It was before
That's
I
what
had
I
the kid.
think.
Wow.
Damn, I think it's probably, I don't know.
My mom has had weird things.
Maybe after a certain
I've
age.
had so many weird dreams.
Before COVID happened, she had a dream. Her dad passed away. My dad's dad passed away as well. She had a dream they were both in heaven and they're cleaning up. And she's like, "What are you guys cleaning up for?" And they were like excessively cleaning. And they said, "We got to make room. There's a lot of people coming."
Oh shit.
Yeah. And she said cleaning, which was when COVID first hit. They're like, "Wash your hands, do this, clean." And then the people that died from COVID. I was like, "Mom, that is weird."
That
and
is crazy.
And she actually did tell me before COVID hit.
Wow.
Wow.
And
So-
she also had that dream about...
Yeah. The planes.
Yes.
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 Planes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she had weird experiences like that.
I feel like this is morphing into dreams, but do you know like the most like apparently everybody sees this guy.
Oh, the one with the one eyebrow?
Almost, but
unibrow?
it's like super freaking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
I've never seen that, but in my dreams, most of the time, unless it's people I like truly know, their faces are blank.
That's really
It's
interesting.
really weird. And like in the dream, I'm always like chill with it. Like it's okay. You just got
I
a
know
blank
you.
face, you know, like
No face. Don't bother. We don't judge you here.
we don't. But it's very weird. I don't see faces. Sometimes I will, and they do say that most of the faces that you do see, you never make them up. It's
Yeah.
always people you've seen before. But
Yeah.
most
Well,
of them
they-
are like, is it because I don't have much of a creative, like imagination? I don't know.
They say your brain will also create new faces in your dream, which is a mix of faces you've already seen,
Yeah.
which is also like really fucking weird. Bri, have you had like weird dreams or anything like in that realm of things?
So not lately, but throughout college, I had a very hard time with like dreams and relating to sleep. And I later found out that it was stress related. Apparently, your stress influences your sleeping habits. Who knew?
I believe it.
I used to have a lot of issues staying awake because I mean, like it's college. You're pulling all-nighters to finish projects. You're
Freddy
Like,
Krueger's chasing you. I know those
You
feelings.
weren't in his class though.
what?
Talking about Freddy Krueger.
Say it to my face. But I had multiple experiences of I would be watching a movie or something and I would be awake and then I would be kind of falling asleep, but I wasn't asleep. I was still awake. I was still kind of conscious, but I would start dreaming while I was still awake.
Wow.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's
And it was
wild.
It would be so vivid.
So you
and
went
I
on
would
DMT
start-
trips.
Shit.
I would have
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
conversations from the dream, like whoever I was with. I don't know, somebody I was dating at the time witnessed it happen to me, and I was having a conversation with somebody, and he turned to me and he was like, "What?" And I used to talk in my sleep all the time. Um, oh my god, you could have a full conversation with me while I was sleeping.
My wife, I woke up the other day to her burping the baby just like this, just sitting back. And I woke up to the sound of her patting the back of burping him. And she's like this, just looking forward. And she just goes, 51 people died. And I was like, put the baby in the bassinet. I was like, now.
Put the baby in the bassinet before it gets the hose again.
Maybe she was predicting something. Maybe she's like getting the next disaster like out in the open. She's just like, oh, looks 51.
Hopefully not.
She's like,
Well,
51.
I asked her.
51.
I asked her. She goes, someone asked me. I'm like, no one asked
What?
you. I was like, no one
What
asked
were they asking about 51
No
people?
one asked,
Yeah,
okay?
Okay, put the baby in the basket and go to sleep.
There was one time when I was a kid, my brother like came like barreling into my room. And he was like, "Jenny, the spaceship's gonna leave soon. We have to go." And I'm like, give me a second. I gotta
What?
get dressed. Like, cause he did it to like piss me off, and I was just like, I'm ready to go. Let me get the suitcase. Like, so, yeah, I've always talked to my sleep, and it's not stopped.
I've had dreams of people I haven't met yet,
Really?
where I've met them after having the dream.
I've had the same ones.
That's awesome. But you, miss, have also had sleep paralysis.
Yes, I have.
Can you explain your experience, please?
I think this was related to stress because it was around the same time that I was having like real life dreams, where I was
Fair enough.
seeing things while I was awake.
Yeah.
Hallucinations, that's what they're called. But the one time I had sleep paralysis, I was in my dorm room and I woke up and I could not move my body. I was very aware of everything going around me, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm paralyzed. How am I going to call somebody to take me to the hospital? I'm fucked." And then I was like, "Okay, I guess this is how I'm going to die." And I went back to sleep, and then I woke up, and I was fine.
So no, now that's a legitimate thing. Like when I have sleep paralysis, if I'm having a dream, I could kind of be like, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like I can wake myself up out of the dream.
But you can't move, right?
But when you're in sleep paralysis, you want to yell, you want to scream,
Can't do shit.
and you feel your whole body top to bottom like solid.
Well, it's say because you're technically still in REM,
Yeah.
but you're conscious, but everything else is still in that deep sleep.
But what was interesting about the experience I had is that I used to sleep with the window open, and while I couldn't move my body, I could literally feel the draft on my skin. And it was just, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a terrible experience.
Yeah, I
Like-
thankfully have not experienced.
But I never had that experience of like the people in the corner or anything.
I think
That's good.
I think partially it's like you're looking for that too. I remember watching the documentary on it, and like at the end, of course, they go, like 75% of people don't even have sleep paralysis until they find out what it is.
It's
Ooh.
Yeah.
it's true. People
Thankfully, I didn't have
after
that.
they hear it, they're like, "Oh my god!" And then they
I
experience
was so
it.
afraid.
But that's
of
because your
getting
brain
it,
is
though.
like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it.
Yeah, but I've literally been having it since I was like
Psychology stress.
a kid. Like I remember being like sleeping in my parents' bed with my parents, waking up and being unable to tell them like I can't move.
That is
Like
frightening.
Yeah.
A sincere apology.
no, it's okay.
The only thing that happens to me when I go to sleep is I turn to French fries.
I just have very vivid dreams, and it usually has something to do with whatever I was doing that day, whatever movie I watched, whatever.
Fair enough.
Dang.
So I got like
That's pretty
movies
good.
to write.
That's down the line like Nice.
Yeah, it's usually cool. Like I'll wake up and be, like text my friend and be like, "You're in my dream today."
Yeah.
I have many dreams with Bri in it. She's just like my sidekick in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Bri, have you ever had dreams of static? Like a static screen?
That's crazy.
All of my dreams have always been very realistic. They either are dreams that happen eventually, or just like they're always a very weird metaphor for something going on in my life at the time, but they're always realistic. I can't remember since I was at least a kid of having a weird, not normal dream. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like not reality based.
Mm.
I don't know.
I told you about my other dream, right? The last one that I remember like vividly, where it was about like this horrifying giant monster that ate people with its vagina, but it was like a man. It was scary, real, because it looked like a regular person. Then it shapeshifted into this giant monster with like crab hands, and then it just was like
Was that
shoved
the
this
same-
person inside.
Dan, would you just see me finish my glass? You son of a bitch!
I just remember being very upset when I woke up. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate that it's all like, yeah, we have really serious dreams. Yeah, I had a deja vu dream. I had this really fucking weird dream, right?
Yeah, it was scary, and then it puked. It like vagina belched out the person's blood onto me, and I was like, oh no.
There is a book, I can't remember the name of it, where this girl's vagina is the portal to hell. I'm sure it has some sort of like Christian.
Oh my god, I remember you telling me about that.
Again, you were like, you can't talk about this on the podcast.
You found the space!
Some topics are a bit off limits because I know that, like, for example, my boyfriend's parents listen to it.
Oh.
They don't gotta hear me talking about vaginas like that.
My mom listens when she sees like the dog. She's like, "Oh, the dog's on the podcast. I love her." Can we talk about deja vu?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We already talked about it, but
Yes.
we can talk about it again.
Bri, what do you feel deja vu is?
Just experiencing things that you definitely already experienced. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've had a dream and then 3 months later I'm like, wait a second. I predicted this. This happened already.
Damn. Yeah, no, me too. I've had that experience as well. I was telling Jenny, but like, there was a time where I was at the SATs, and I had a vivid imagery of me in a blue collared shirt, looking out the window, looking back at the test, and then filling out answers, and then I lived the moment, and I was like, I know these answers.
You really?
Yeah.
You like remember
And I knew
that's
the
awesome.
and I was like bum, and then I went to the next page and I was like, all right, now I'm on my own again.
Damn it.
So thanks for the freebie. Dan, the producer, what do you feel deja vu is?
See, when I had deja vu, I feel like I had a dream about this. I'm not reliving anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's
And
interesting.
I'm like living the dream, and I'm like,
So,
wow.
so
You're living
I
the
feel
dream.
like I know
But-
something bad's coming.
but do you guys remember the dream,
No.
or you just remember the moment?
I just remember the feeling of being like, I've been here.
See, I don't have dreams about it. I just like feeling.
You just
we
have that
talked
feeling.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
You get
think
that-
it's like the one of
Moments.
3 things.
You get that shiver down your spine. You're like, ah.
I really
I've had
think
a
that
few
it's like
moments.
a past life moment where you're like something either similar happened already to you, and now you're just like kind of reliving that moment. That's what I think, and then who knows, or alternate realities, or you like
Glitch in the
accidentally
Matrix.
took somebody else's memory, and you're like, oh, I got it now.
You were saying, Bri? Sorry.
I was just gonna say that I've had a few moments, especially growing up, I used to be like, I wonder what would happen if this life experience happened. And then I got there like 10 years later and I'm like, wait a second. I predicted this when I was 10.
Do the
And
lotto.
it's like, was that really deja vu? Or did I just kind of like make that happen because I had that thought, you know?
I've had, when I was a kid, my dad even reminded me of this. I would wake up and be like, Dad, am I still dreaming? And
Oh
he'd be
my
like,
God.
no, kiddo, you're awake.
Oh my God. I used to have existential crises at like 8 years old. And again, this is probably has a lot to do with the Catholicism of my family and very early talk about the rapture. But I used to wake up in the middle of the night crying to my mom, like,
Scooby-Doo, is he going to heaven or hell?
what?
Scooby-Doo? Do you think he went to church?
Matt, what just happened?
What?
Bri was about to finish a story. You go, Scooby-Doo, you go to heaven or hell?
It's my conspiracy.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bri, go on.
Can you repeat the ending of that? If possible.
I forgot what I said.
I had to compose myself. I was just gonna say, I used to wake up in the middle of the night crying to my mom. I was like 7, 8 years old, being like, is heaven in space? Where do you go when we die? What the fuck is real? Like,
Knowing your mom, she did not answer a single question. She was like, "Go to bed."
yeah, she would literally be like,
The fuck if I knew?
hey, you're fine. You're alive right now. That's what matters.
Matt,
Yeah.
Matt, how did you know it was about heaven?
What?
You said Scooby-Doo.
Deja vu.
Whoa, fuck.
Full circle.
Full circle. Roll credits.
Oh my god.
I thought so, like a circle with Jesus in the middle. That's a song.
Who?
I forget who sings it, but
It actually, yeah, it's the Who.
it's a
yeah.
legit. That would be crazy if that was the Who, but it's a legitimate song.
Or is it yes?
It smells like Jesus' spirit, I think.
It smells like Holy Spirit.
Smells like Holy Spirit.
I didn't know it had a smell.
In this Jesus, in the circle.
On a crucifix, close to Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Fucking.
I love the moment in that episode where Bri goes, and you have now convinced me.
She's like, it's it. Like that PI convinced the hell out of me. It was like, I had already believed the hell out of it, but
All right, so strangely enough, we're way past the end of the podcast, but I was having a lot of fun, so I wanted it to run longer.
okay.
So we are going to end the podcast. We're going to do a post-podcast game. Perhaps Randonautica. We'll see what happens. If not, we'll be playing Phasmophobia.
Sure.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Bri. Thank you, Jenny, for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Repeat where they can find you guys.
You can find us on any streaming platform. If you look up the Disputes of HCxMH, you can find us on Instagram at HCxMH Pod. Where else? I think that's
Facebook, even though we don't really use it.
yeah.
Guys, check them out. They do a lot of cool things. They're really cool people. If you listen to the podcast, you're going to have fun. You're going to want to have some wine and some candles and sit back, relax, and enjoy the vibe. It's a really fun time. Seriously, check them out.
You hype us up too much.
You really did. We're not that great, but
I listen back at our podcast and I'm like, oh, who listens to us?
listening to my voice.
Really? You guys like that?
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't like hearing yourselves?
No, are you a narcissist?
No.
All right.
Well,
I have to edit it, so I have to be
I'm the
used
one
to it.
editing it,
Like,
and I hate it.
To me, like, I was making videos since I was literally in, like, 3rd grade.
Same.
I have to be used to it, or else I'm not going to be able to, like, get through it.
Fair enough.
So,
We just haven't overcome our insecurities.
bro, I'm like the Chandler syndrome. I will make fun of myself to no fucking end. So, regardless, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming on. Check out their stuff. We're going to do a post-podcast game. Much love. Mwah. Enjoy.
Bye.
Making the radius really small. Right. Do I want to do anomaly with power? Because there's a little like lightning bolt. Maybe that will do something.
We'll find Harry Potter.
You're a wizard. Okay, all right. So what do we want to think? Do speaking?
No.
Okay. What if we did something similar? Was like proof. You know, like show me
Yes.
that is. Show me a blind spot. Show me something that I normally wouldn't
Yes.
see.
A glitch.
It is 0.9 meters away. One of the guys that I watched like to do the research for this that talked about it, and they did sadness or something of that nature, and their point was like where ambulances were going.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if this game is powered off of Ouija boards?
The lost pupper. Do not cheat.
Oh, if we find this dog,
We should have did dog.
would you consider Cerberus 1 dog or 3?
3.
3. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
because there's 3 different personalities.
Yes.
So I hope it's an open area. It's like we have to walk.
It might be the school.
Yeah.
Can we trespass?
Whoa, what if we found Gilbert Godfrey?
Hello, it's me, Gilbert Godfrey.
And he said he's reprising his role as Iago in Aladdin 2.
Oh my god, I would like him to reprise this role in an adult problem child. Problem adult.
I'm just like, everything that we're doing, imagining like Tommy's trailing behind us. It's like, wait for me.
Yeah, wait for me, hold on.
Do you know what Sylvester Stallone is most famous for?
Rocky.
Having girls shit on his glass table.
Yeah, yeah,
No, what?
Yeah, he's a fecal fetisher.
yeah.
I love him.
Hey, what's wrong, Adrian? You don't want to shit on the table.
It says dead end.
Yeah.
Where our dead end is.
Another hand.
Yeah.
I looked for anything weird because we did like proof and glitch.
Wait, so what is happening?
So it wasn't the school.
No.
It was like a house.
Yeah.
And it's saying right here.
There's something up at the dead end.
Maybe.
What's the consensus? What do we think? Olivia.
House.
Because there's a lot of us, or like.
It's cold.
I
Jenny,
would
what's
agree
your
with that.
experience? What do you think?
I think that there's definitely something, but it may be because we weren't focused too much on it.
Maybe when we review the footage. Matt, what do you think?
Something.
I think let's go back to the house.
Yeah.
And order Domino's.
Oh my
Olivia.
god.
I would definitely find like a house there, or some shit. Or
Nah.
I'd be
like,
afraid of like El Chapo
like
or homeless
shrine
people.
dog.
I've ran into homeless people in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go
Me too,
home.
actually. All right, guys, thank you for watching the post-podcast game. We're hunting shit. Is there something behind? Is that the cops? Oh shit, it's the cops. Let's see.